Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while. I wanted to do a vlog a few days ago, but I was really tired, and I'm kind of tired now. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, and then I'll get to the topic at hand. First of all, if you notice, I haven't been really posting much on my blog due to school priorities, educational, academia, good stuff. Um, so I'll just officially say that I'm just gonna take a hiatus from writing on at least doing text updates on Muddy Cold for at least a couple weeks or so. Um, Most likely I'll be back on track when I go back home for the holidays. But for now, I have to, get my priorities straight and get this semester out of the way. Next week is finals, so yeah, I can't really focus too much on it. But maybe if I think about it, I'll try to put some new content on this channel because I filmed some stuff some time ago before Thanksgiving. I went to a concert. So yes, I have another concert report for you guys. With that, expect some major updates. I have tons of reviews to do. Two concert reports that consist of the Birthday Massacre and the bands that opened for them, as well as Akon 20, was it 24 or 23? Oh my god, I really don't remember. This past summer's Akon. I know it's been, I don't know, months since that's happened, but it's still fresh in my mind. I'm still determined to get it done. Contest should be up. Uh, the Ducky Miko show should be up. I already edited up to, I think, episode 4, and I have a new channel set up for it, but YouTube's giving me a bit of a problem, and I'm not gonna try to mess with it or fight with it right now. So I'll mess with it when I get home, like I said. Also, the surprise that I didn't really quite say specifically what it was, but right now it's definitely in motion. It's gonna happen. There's going to be a new writer on the cult. No, I'm not leaving my blog. I'm not abandoning it. I just thought maybe this is a good idea to. I've been thinking about it for a while to add a certain person or certain people to the blog to add more content because they look at the entertainment industry the same way I do. So not maybe not agree with me 100%, but they do analyze it on more of a deeper level than just a fangirl level. If that makes sense. So expect that. I mean, if there's any actual text updates and this actually, if I get coordinated with this person, then most likely she'll have an update for you guys. Hopefully she'll do an introduction and stuff before she starts giving me some really awesome articles that I'm totally looking forward to, and I hope you guys are looking forward to. Also, the poll I took down, I think it ended a few days after Thanksgiving, but I did not have access to, well, my laptop was being stupid. It didn't want to pick up the wireless in my house, so I had to turn to my old faithful desktop. Nothing wrong with desktops. I like them. And just, I don't know, I guess it's being picky because I've abandoned it because I use my laptop so much because I had to take, it's easier to take with me. So hopefully that will be resolved and then I can tinker around with stuff. But yeah, I haven't been able to do much because of that too. So hopefully that situation will be fixed when I go to winter break. So obviously, if you haven't seen the poll results, I'm going to be doing music retrospectives in 2013 oh my god, if we survive the apocalypse, that's gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I can commit to it as much as I would like to. I know school is just gonna get harder and harder, but I really wanna, you know, uh, put more effort into my blog and this channel. But more so, I guess my blog. They kind of intertwine with each other, but I want to be a little more serious about it. So that's the plan so far. Hopefully it goes the way I want to. I'm gonna really, really push myself. So now for the topic. Every K-pop fan, most K-pop fans know about the Mama Awards. It's the Mnet Asian Music Awards. It's done every year. I first watched it a couple years ago. I did make a video for it. I commented on it on my live journal. Last year, I commented on the performances. I haven't watched the video in a while, so I don't really know specifically everything I said about it, but I don't think I said much about the awards. If I did, I'm not going to say much about them now, like in detail at least. For once, this is the first year I've voted for the nominees, but I had a mindset of not taking the voting system seriously, because when you can vote more than once and pretty much whoever is gonna be at the show, that's who's gonna win. It's quite obvious. Like most award shows, it's not really, the awards just don't really matter, and most of the uh, artists or groups that I picked, I knew weren't gonna win. For example, Spica, that's one, Ulala Session, two groups that I voted for, but I knew wasn't gonna win at all. Um, some people take the award really seriously, and guys, Mama Awards aren't that serious. Trust me. Um, 'Cause I think a lot of American awards are kind of like this, where the awards aren't really the highlight. I mean, especially if the fans can vote, and especially if the fans can vote multiple times. So it seems kind of unfair. So I think, I don't know, if you're gonna do something like that, I think music experts should pick it, kind of like the Oscars, or people can only vote once. So, I mean, even though I know people can get around it, if they're really, tech savvy and stuff, but seriously, guys, the Mom Awards aren't that serious. It's all about the performances, and that's what I'm going to talk about, because I didn't really watch it continuously, like on TV or on live stream. I did watch it on the M Night website, and I'm pretty sure it's still on there. And I just kind of skimmed through stuff. I watched performances, but I skimmed through things that I didn't really care about. I'll just keep it short like that. Like once the person accepts the award, and then when it gets to the speech, I just bypass it and go to the next thing. And if the artist doesn't really hook me immediately, or I don't know, I just don't really care, I skipped over. So I'm not going to cover all the performances, but some of them. So let's talk about the opening. I believe it was Pia. I might be pronouncing these wrong, so I'm sorry. So it was Pia Bae-young-guk, I believe, and no. That wasn't the opener. I'm sorry. It was something else. Someone else. I don't remember who. I don't know who it was. They were doing some cover or something, but they were really off. Their voice was off. I didn't really watch it. It completely turned me off, because I was like, oh my god, this guy can't really sing very well. And then G Dragon came in and did this like freestyle English rap introduction to the awards, which was, so I'll just use one of his metaphors that had something to do with macaroni. It was cheesy like macaroni. Man, it was a mess. I didn't get it. I just laughed, but people were feeling it, and I'm just like, no. Just please stop. I I didn't get it. So then it was the thing that I was about to say that I thought was the opener. It wasn't the opener. Ali, Bang and Pia. If you don't know, I really, really love Bang Young-gook. He's amazing, and I'm still kind of like sad that he's part of BAP. I prefer him as more of a solo artist, but whatever. Ali, I like her. She has a good voice. Not like a huge fan or anything, but I do like her. P I've never heard of. Not really into Korean rock that much. I'm really picky about rock music. I mean, Korean rock just hasn't really stuck to me. There's a few, very, 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 very few groups, artists that I really like. So in Korean rock, but so, okay, I didn't really like Pia very much. He seemed to like overpower everything, and I was kind of distracting because it's like Ollie has such a beautiful voice, and she was doing so well, and it was great, and then his voice just kind of, I don't know, overpowered it, and Ollie hit some, I don't know, some sour notes, but I could overlook it because overall it was good, and being a cook was pretty good. The overall chemistry was not that bad. It was possible. So let's see who else. Um, it didn't seem. It's interesting when the camera, you know, pans to like the idols watching the performances, and how it like varies. I don't know. Some of them kind of were, I don't know, possibly disrespectful, or thought they were better than everyone, or they were just like talking amongst themselves, or they just kind of looked not impressed. So that was interesting. I'm looking off notes, so this might be kind of funky. Um, oh, this is an award uh, mention. It was about the best dance performance. Sai looked so confused. He's like, "Dude, did I win? Do I go back to my seat? Do I go to the stage and get my award, or did I not? I don't know what's going on." Uh, so that was kind of funny, and I think they could have done that a little better. Whatever. So okay, next was Guyan's Bloom, which was, oh my gosh, hot. Man, the woman's hot. She's sexy. You know, I would go lesbian for her. I'll admit it. Um, she opened up. I think she was like hanging from some like curtain thing, some drapery or something, and she was in this tight, form-fitting red dress, and of course she had her men, who were more like props. They kind of represented the same roles as in the video for Bloom, and she had the table, and the transitions were smooth, and she was just really good. She was, and this transition to this other thing. I guess this was like a sexy theme or something. I'm not sure, but oh yes, I also like the mix that they used of Blue. I like the song. It's alright, but it's not a song I could listen to all the time. But I really, really like the remix that they did for this. Um, then let's transition to Sistar, Alone, and they had a little problem with trying to do this like choreography, central like Latin choreography with their male partners and trying to sing at the same time. So the choreography turned out to be a little bit awkward, and their singing wasn't quite on par. A couple of the girls were okay with the singing, but yeah, the choreography wasn't working, and it needed to work on that. But toward the end of the song, this was also remixed with like a more, I guess, symphonic kind of feel, but still with some sort of sensuality or something. The singing did get better toward the end, so good job, sister. And oh yeah, congratulations for winning. Even I wasn't really expecting that. Uh, then it moved to Troublemaker, who I was kind of surprised that they were doing a performance at all because I think they did a performance. Well, it was like a teaser performance last year that caused controversy, which was just whatever. Um, if you already know, you should. This is a given. I don't really particularly like Hyuna. Um, Once again, the choreography was a little awkward between Hyuna and Hyun Sung. So I don't know what was going on. Like it was more awkward when both of them were dancing together. When they separated, it was a little better. Hyuna was trying too hard. It seemed. I don't know. She was like trying too hard to be sexy, as opposed to Guyan, who was just it was like effortless. It was natural. But Huna, it just seemed like she was trying too much, and she had like the fan the goodies down there between legs. So I was hot. I don't know what's going on. That made me laugh. I'm just like, did she just fan herself between her legs? Oh, mm. Um, Insane. He really stood out a lot, choreography wise. I thought he did very well. One of my friends thought he kind of danced too feminine. I'm not sure. I have to rewatch it again, but let's see. Of course, kind of like when I reviewed their mini album, his voice kind of overpowered Huna's, and I really didn't matter about that. The volume levels were kind of uneven, but that's the what I meant by his voice is he kind of drowns out Hina's voice, which is fine. I honestly don't think she was singing, so it because you could hear like the backtrack, and she couldn't keep she had a hard time keeping up with her lyrics. She was kind of stumbling, and she was like singing very softly, and it was getting on my nerves. But mostly I didn't know which bothered. I guess since I don't really like her that much, I didn't care that I could barely hear her, but mostly she just stumbled so much with the lyrics. I'm just like, oh my god, it's not that hard, honey. You've been doing this song for quite some time, and I know it's been a while, but come on. Song's not that fast, and you're not rapping. So, let's see. Who's next? Okay, Epic High. Um, so if I had to pick favorite performances, number one would definitely be Guyan's Bloom because that was good. So my next one, in no particular order, Epic High. They did an amazing job. They opened up with It's Cold with the new YG girl, Lee High. Uh, so I guess she won. Was it Superstar? She won something. I'm sorry, I didn't watch the show. I watched a couple episodes and it wasn't even a whole episode. So I know she won, and she's doing her solo thing. And so far, I'm not a particular fan of hers. She just seems quite boring. Um, I kind of thought it was a mistake for her to be there. Not because I think she's bad, but she just didn't seem prepared. Her nerves definitely took over, and she was very soft spoken, and she closed her eyes and she looked down, and she just felt very uncomfortable on stage. But the concept was pretty cool. Um, she was there with the spotlight on her, a nice, blue white lighting, and um, Madra and Tablo were on these screens in the background doing their parts, and then it transitioned to the next song after they put these boxes that say "Don't Hate Me," and of course next song is "Don't Hate Me," which was really awesome, and I loved it. It had like a lot of energy. I can feel the energy, and that's something I hardly feel in K-pop lives, which is energy. So Epic High definitely has energy, and they dressed up like Batman villains, which was on point. The costumes. Tableau was the Joker. Mother was Bane, and DJ Turks. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry, and I really love Epic High. He was Two Face, Harvey Dent, and they did have some problems, some technical problems, not problems that they could control. Um, Mostly with Mother's mic and his in the Bane mask. It didn't quite work out a couple times, but I think they fixed it a little more toward the end. But that was one of my favorite performances next to Guyan. So um, next on my list is Adam Lambert's performance. I haven't listened to any of his new material since his first album, so I definitely want to check that out now because he tore it up. He had tons of energy too. He didn't hold back, and he did one old song, one new song, and he didn't have the big production value or whatever. It wasn't super flashy or anything. It was simple, and he moved around, and it was great. And Amber got into it from FX, and that was pretty cool. So it seemed like people were feeling it. So this is why I'm so hard on K-pop lives, because you do not need all this high glitz and glamour, sparks and costumes and theatrics or something to put on a good show. You can do something simple and just bring the energy and the passion to the stage, and it'll still be a really great live. And I know that from experience because I go to lives every now and then, and it's usually not a big production. It's usually, your simple bar scene with the headlining band's logo or banner, whatever, in the background, and it's just you and them and this intimate setting. So, um, let's see. I have a note that says SM Parade made sure to bring everybody, which they did, except for SNSD, which I was kind of surprised about. Um, EXO and Shiny did a dual performance, which I was kind of curious about. If you don't know, I really like EXO M. Not so much K. M has more of a flow between them. K not so much. They definitely shine a lot. And I don't know if it's because they were in Hong Kong or what, but it seems like they had more parts. But they definitely worked together, and it seemed pretty even between M and K. So I really like that. And they did kind of like an SM medley thing. It wasn't much. I mean, they did Mama. I don't know if they did it. I don't think they did another EXO song, but they danced a little to an HOT song, and I was just on the edge of my seat, just waiting for them to just to spit out the first lines of that song because I really really like that song, and they didn't. And I was disappointed because I was like, well, first I was like confused when I heard it. I was like, I know this song. I love this song. It's HOD. Oh my god. And I was curious. I was like, are they gonna do good on this song, or are they gonna mess it up? Because I mean, it's a classic group, but they didn't sing. They just danced to it, and then they did DBSK song when they were 5, for a short period, and then they did Lucifer, which transitioned for Shiny to jump in to the stage. And I've been kind of back and forth this year with Shiny, but they were on point. Like, I will admit that Shiny is very good with choreography. Because it's what made me give them another chance was when I saw Lucifer, because that the choreography on that was on point. Sherlock, I wasn't too much of a fan of. If you don't remember, I did a review on it, so that was the most frustrating mini album I've listened to, in K-pop at least. that I can think of right now. But they did Sherlock, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. Well, I haven't listened to Sherlock in a while, so it wasn't too much of a torture for me. But their choreography was on point, and I think they were the only SM group to not lip sync. I don't think EXO lip sync though. If they did, then they did a really good job of matching the backtrack in their actual vocals and stuff. But I really liked EXO Shiny live, was good. Then it was a Super Junior. They did, the James Bond spy intro thing, like off screen, and then they came on stage. And I didn't really write many notes about it. I just put Super Junior is not worth mentioning. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's more of a I don't have anything extremely good or extremely bad to say about them. They just really didn't leave much of an impression. But they were okay, I guess. I don't like Spy. I don't think a lot of people did, but I think they did another song too. Oh, the Mr. Simple thing. That was different. I'll just say different and move on. So, Danny from One Time or Danny from LA, I kind of every now and then I watch the show, but sometimes he kind of grates on my nerves. I don't know why. I'm just like, you're cute, but sometimes your personality is there's just something, and I don't know how to explain it. But he introduced the hip hop section. No, he didn't say like that. The hip hop section, which I was disappointed in the crowd mostly, not the actual performance, because it seemed like the crowd wasn't really into it until the end of it, the last portion of it. But I thought, okay, said Guyan, Epic High, and I'll even say EXO and Shiny were pretty good. They were on my list of really, really good performances. So this section was interesting. I like the transition, and it highlighted different points and even put together a very, I guess, respected or well liked K-pop duo into the mix. Um, Zico was part of it. Double K, I love Double K. Zico was on point. I really liked what he had to bring. Double K and Loco they worked very well together. I really liked what they were doing. Primary and dynamic duo, you cannot go wrong with those two. Even if I don't really listen to dynamic duo, I can respect that they do make good music, and I really really love Primary. If you didn't know that, and Daivichi wasn't that bad. They added something different to it, like something that they needed just to, and that's when things picked up. Before I mention the last performance, and I know has gotten pretty long, and I apologize for that. It just happens. Um, I went back and I don't know if there were other performances on the red carpet. I won't be surprised if there were. But I watched Block B, and I really, really liked what they did. After I got over their outfits, because I really, really loved their costumes, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to cosplay you or just just take you with me. One of those conflicts. So I definitely want to cosplay either Zico or Pio or both, because oh my god, love the costume. And they look good. Like all of them, they look good in their costumes. The whole pirate thing is cool. I liked what they were doing. They play to their strengths, which is interacting with the audience and delivery, like vocal delivery. They did incorporate choreography, but they split it into sections, so it's like, okay, we're gonna step back and let this person whose part is up to sing or rap with these backup dancers, and then we'll all do the chorus. I like that setup. They play it to their strengths, and I really, really like that. That was a great move, and I hope that redeemed them. Um, Also, I guess Roy Kim. I saw bits and pieces of his performance. It was okay. Not really my cup of tea. And I skimmed through Psy's thing. I just didn't really want to watch it, and I guess it was alright. I don't know. So last but not least was Big Bang, and oh my god. Um, in short, this was probably one of the best performances I've seen from them. One of the best. I was pleasantly surprised because a lot of the time I have problems with their live performances. Um, for one thing or another, but I like the presentation they brought. Um, they started off with G Dragon's Crayon, but G Dragon didn't perform it. So that was just what's going on. It was tough because and oh my god, I can't unsee this image now that he looked like M Bison from Street Fighter. I'm sorry. Good job, the cosplay dude. Good job. But anyway, he started it off, and his backup dancers were all wearing pink, and each of the backup dancers matched each member, which was cool. And the wardrobe, normally I have problems with the wardrobe, but it actually, I didn't have much problems with it for the most part. Even if the M Bison thing was kind of silly, but I guess it worked, and I didn't really like Taeyong's outfit, but it works for, I guess, his personality. It all matched each of their personalities, and that's they split off the song for each member to have a part, and they each had different outfits to match, their personality. Top with his crazy hats and cape, and Taeyong with his, like, I don't know, throwback early 90s urban wear. Sunray with a more classy white like suit. Daesung, oh my god, so hot in this like fishnet fur shirt and just so good. And then G Dragon appeared as a like kind of like a DJ, and he changed his hair. Everyone was freaking out because he's a redhead now because he started off being a blonde, and I guess he skinned Elmo and made a jacket. I don't know. Yeah, like no shirt, furry red jacket. Came out and started off with Fantastic Baby. So I didn't really like Fantastic Baby that much. I mean the performance. It was kind of sloppy. Um, but I guess, I mean, in a way I can kind of forgive them because, I mean, they've just came from this like crazy world tour thing, and I'm sure they haven't had much of a break. But Crayon was the strongest point, and then it just kind of got a little messy toward the end with Fantastic Baby, but whatever. So, overall, I think performance wise, this was a vast improvement from last year, if I remember correctly. And that's all I have to say about that. I'll just end it by saying, to all you students, doesn't matter, like, I guess high school to college, whatever. Good luck to all of you guys with your midterms and your finals. Study hard, but make sure you take breaks because if you study too much, it's kind of counterproductive. But don't like study enough, pretty much. I guess I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. I'm gonna go get some food, and I gotta work on a writing assignment. And yeah, that's it. So peace, guys.